Let me ask you something. If a dream client landed on your website today, would they be impressed or confused? Would they feel like they just have to talk to you, or would they bounce? Today, we're looking at a remodeler who realized that even a good-looking website can still be a bad one. This is the story of a well-established Oklahoma remodeler. They're experienced, capable, they have a great team, and from the outside, their website looked fine. Nice design, decent photos. It wasn't broken, it wasn't outdated. But as soon as we started talking strategy, the cracks began to show. Because what the owner told us was this: it looks good, but it's not persuasive. It doesn't do the work we need it to do. And that's where the light bulb went off. The real problem wasn't visual, it was strategic. So let's unpack why that matters and how to know if your website is quietly killing your lead flow. Hey, I'm Spencer Powell, I'm the CEO over at BuilderFunnel, and we help remodelers and builders generate revenue using content and systems. Hit subscribe if you want more real case studies and tactical marketing and sales tips. Our goal here at BuilderFunnel is to share what's working at no cost to you. And if you don't want to do the stuff yourself, you can always reach out to us for help. But otherwise, we hope you use our free information to grow your business. Okay, first up, your website is not a brochure. It's not just a place to show off pretty pictures. It's your best salesperson. It's the one place where every visitor should be guided to one clear question: am I the right fit for this company? And right now, most remodelers are failing that test. This Oklahoma remodeler was one of them. They had invested in design. They had spent time on messaging, but the content didn't reflect their actual value. Their process wasn't explained clearly. Their ideal client was not being called out. And so the end result? They had good traffic, but very few leads. People visited, they browsed, and then they left. No call to action, no engagement, and no next step. They were essentially saying, here's our stuff, hopefully you figure it out. And that just doesn't cut it anymore. So we started digging a little bit deeper with them. And here are some things that we uncovered and that might be happening on your website too. There was no clear point of differentiation. The homepage can't just say high quality remodeling services. That's what everybody says. What makes you different? Is it your process, your pricing transparency, your communication, your niche? This remodeler didn't have that story front and center. And when everyone sounds the same, buyers default to price. Next, there was no defined sales funnel. People landed on service pages, but then they had nowhere to go. There was no pricing guide, no quiz, no consultation call to action, no lead magnet or email capture. So it was just a dead end. The buyer journey needs to be guided, not open-ended. Third, their mobile experience was just okay. Over 60% of website traffic now comes from mobile. So if your site looks clunky or it loads slowly on a phone, you immediately lose traffic and leads. And while this remodeler site wasn't awful, it was definitely not optimized. Little things like the click-to-call buttons, the fast load speeds, and easy navigation make a big difference. Next, pages were slow to load. You have about 3 seconds to keep someone's attention. That's it. If your site drags, then Google punishes you, and buyers, they click away. Their load times weren't terrible, but again, they weren't winning either. In today's world, a slow site feels like an outdated business. All these little details, they add up to a big difference. Fifth, we found no trust-building content, no testimonials, no portfolio depth, no videos or project spotlights. For a high-ticket buyer, you need more than pretty pictures. You need proof. You need stories, real examples that allow the buyer to see themselves in those projects. Buyers don't just trust what you say about you, they trust what others say about you. If you're not showing that, you're missing sales opportunities. Next, the messaging didn't match their value. This one's subtle, but it is critical. This remodeler does great work, but their copy sounded generic. It didn't command the kind of budget our client actually wanted to attract, so it undersold their value. But there's good news. They caught it. They came to a BuilderFunnel workshop and had some real talk about marketing strategy, and they started planning for a site overhaul. And along the way in that process, they framed how they saw their own business. They realized their site isn't just marketing, it's infrastructure. It's the thing that turns traffic into revenue. So here's the lesson. If you're not getting the leads you want, it might not be your ads. It might not be your SEO. It might be your website. And if it is, here's what you can do about it. So step number 1, look at your homepage with fresh eyes. Would your dream client say, "This is clearly for me"? And if not, start there. If you lose them here, you miss a chance to engage them later on. Step number 2, review your site on mobile. So check speed, usability, and flow. Tap around like a first-time visitor. If it's a little bit clunky or confusing, it's time to fix it. Step number 3, map the buyer journey. Do your service pages lead anywhere? Is there a clear next step? Are you capturing email addresses? Or are you just letting visitors disappear? Step number 4 is upgrade your proof. So add testimonials, embed short videos, show real projects, build trust with specifics, not just stock photography and slogans. Step number 5, get feedback from someone who isn't emotionally attached. Your site might feel fine to you, but an outsider can tell you if it's converting or just coasting. And look, that doesn't mean you need a new website tomorrow, but it does mean that you need to ask, is my site helping me sell, or is it just sitting there? Because in this market, being passive is expensive. And this remodeler, they recognized it. They made a change, and they're now moving toward a website that doesn't just look nice, it drives action. And you can do the same. We'll see you next time here on Builder Funnel TV.